You hear the term physical fitness thrown around constantly, right? But what does that really mean? Well, today, we're going to break it all down. We're talking 5 simple, powerful building blocks that are going to completely change how you see fitness.
So, let me ask you straight up. When I say physical fitness, what pops into your head? You probably picture someone running a marathon, right? Or maybe lifting some crazy heavy barbell. And yeah, sure, that's part of it. But trust me, the full story is way more interesting.
See, true fitness, it's not about being a one-trick pony. It's really about a balance of a bunch of different skills. Thinking it's just about running far or lifting heavy is kind of like saying a car is only its engine. I mean, there's so much more under the hood that makes the whole thing work, right?
All right, so let's get into the official definition here. Now, the 2 most important parts are right here. Combination of factors and we can improve. And that is awesome news because it means fitness isn't some gift you're born with or not. Nope, it's a set of skills. Skills that literally anyone can work on and get better at.
So what are these factors? What are these skills we can build? Well, that brings us right to the heart of it all, the 5 fundamental building blocks of fitness.
Yep, 5. That's it. Not 50, just 5. And once you get these 5, you'll basically have the blueprint for what it means to be truly fit.
And here they are: speed, strength, flexibility, coordination, and endurance. Think of them like the 5 essential pieces of the fitness puzzle. So let's dive in and look at each one.
First up, we've got speed. This one's pretty simple, right? It's just about how fast you can do something, how quickly you can get from point A to point B. It's all about beating the clock.
Okay, so you see speed in sports all the time, like a soccer player sprinting for a goal. But here's the cool part. In real life, that same skill is what lets you, say, jump out of the way of something or react super fast in an emergency. It's basically your body's built-in rapid response system.
All right, building block number 2, strength. This one is all about how much force you can generate. You know, your ability to push, to pull, to lift. It's just raw power.
You know, you see that crazy explosive strength when a volleyball player just spikes the ball, but you use it too. Every single time you refuse to make a second trip and carry all those grocery bags at once, yeah, that's strength making your life just a little bit easier.
Okay, number 3 is flexibility. This is all about your range of motion, how freely your joints can move. You can think of it as unlocking your body's full potential for movement.
I mean, sure, a goalie making a crazy save is peak flexibility. But let's be real, an even better everyday test, bending over to tie your shoes without that little oof sound escaping. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. That right there is flexibility in action. Or maybe the lack of it.
All right, number 4 is huge. It's coordination. I love this one. It's like your brain is the conductor of an orchestra, and your body parts are the musicians. Coordination is what makes them all play together smoothly and efficiently. It's that ultimate mind-body connection.
So, in sports, it's like a netball player perfectly timing a pass. But in your life, it's that little subconscious dance you do when you're walking through a crowded street, not bumping into anyone. You don't even think about it, right? That's your coordination, making something really complex look totally effortless.
And that brings us to our final piece of the puzzle, endurance. This is your gas tank, your battery pack. It's simply your ability to keep on going and going without running out of steam.
A pro soccer player needs to run for 90 minutes straight, and that's incredible endurance. But for most of us, endurance is having enough energy to chase your kids around the living room after a long, hard day at work. It's the energy that actually lets you enjoy your life.
So here's the best part. You don't need a fancy gym membership or expensive equipment to work on these 5 things. You can literally build them just by playing. Let's check out a couple of super fun ways to do it.
Okay, want to work on your coordination? Try this game. It's called Breaking the Tail. It's simple. Everybody tucks a little handkerchief or something in their waistband as a tail. Then, it's a free-for-all. You got to try to grab everyone else's tail while making sure nobody gets yours. It is pure chaos. So much fun and an amazing way to work on coordination.
And how about for strength and balance? Try cockfight. So you get 2 people inside a circle, both standing on one leg. You put your hands behind your back, and you can only use your shoulders to try to push the other person off balance or out of the circle. I'm telling you, it sounds simple, but it is a serious workout for your leg strength and your balance.
Okay, so we know what the building blocks are. We've got some fun ways to work on them, but how do you know where you stand right now?
let's talk about a couple of really simple at-home tests you can do.
First, for flexibility, try the good old forward bend. Just stand on a stable step or even a thick book. Put a ruler on it so the zero is right at your toes. Then, keeping your legs straight, just bend forward and reach as far as you can. If you can reach past your toes, even just a centimeter, you're doing pretty good.
Now for strength, specifically leg strength, the vertical jump is perfect. Stand right next to a wall and mark how high you can reach with your feet flat on the ground. Then, from a standstill, jump as high as you can and make a new mark. That gap between the two, that's a great measure of your explosive power. And hey, you can do this for the others too, right? Time yourself sprinting a short distance for speed. See how long you can stand on one foot for coordination. It's that simple. So, let's wrap this all up. The big takeaway is this. Physical fitness isn't some huge, scary mountain you have to climb. It's just about working on these 5 individual skills. And the best part is, you can improve all of them just by having more fun and playing more, one little activity at a time.
It totally changes the game, doesn't it? It's not this vague goal of getting in shape anymore. It's about asking yourself a much better, much clearer question. So look at the list again. Speed, strength, flexibility, coordination, endurance. Which one of those building blocks are you going to start with first?